Welcome back. Today I'm bringing you something a bit different. I want to talk about Solia and why I believe she was originally meant to be a combatant. Right now, she's a somewhat forgotten partner you can get from the Battle Pass. I wanted to see a bit deeper into what Solia used to be during the game's earlier development stages. This information comes from the game official website, before it was updated for the first playtest. Solia used to be a transcendental being who had fallen in love with a mortal. She was the founder of a civilization and was revered as a deity by her people. She was devoted to her human to an incomprehensible degree, but now she wanders in anguish, having lost her beloved human. At least that's how it used to be, because as you know, everything now revolves around the Protoss. Her current official description is this: Solia, trailblazer of the Arczer civilization, wields a power so immense it rivals even the mightiest of the Silema. Her carefree, eccentric demeanor often makes her inscrutable, but in reality, she simply struggles to understand others. Much of what she does is kindness shown in her own unique way. You can see her new description still contains traces of the old one. The core idea of a being of immense, almost divine power who struggles with mortal concepts like loss and connection is still there, but the focus has shifted. The tragic, personal love story that defined her has been removed. Her identity changed from a grieving goddess to an eccentric trailblazer. It makes you wonder what her kit and role would have been if they had kept that original, more somber story. You might be wondering, that's all very cool, but where's the actual evidence that proves Solia was supposed to be a combatant? Elementary, my dear viewer. To understand, I'd like you to shift your attention to the following clip of the War Premiere trailer for Chaos Zero Nightmare, and tell me what seems off about it.
何回繰り返しても得意点はなくならない。だったらこんな行為に意味なんてないのに。悪夢を繰り返してでも0から1へ。
Please tell me you saw it. Okay, here's it again, in slow motion. As you can see, that clip features some of the special animations for characters in the game, all of them combatants. So what is Solia doing there with an animation that never appears in the actual game? Still not convinced? Well, if we go to the actual Chaos Zero Nightmare website and use the Inspect Element tool, when we locate the artwork for Solia's Echo skill, we see that its ID starts with 10, while all the other characters of the same race have IDs starting with 200. And you might be asking, and what does this prove? First of all, stop asking logical questions, but my theory is that this marks Solia as fundamentally different from the others. Now, I have seen much clearer evidence that proves this. What I mean to say is that all of this is pure speculation and I truly have no way to prove that what I'm saying is actually true. Speaking of speculation, let me tell you what I think her gameplay may have been like as a combatant. Going back to the information she has in the game right now, we can see that her gift, which is usually what defines a character's power, is time-space distortion. It's a concept that's beyond my full understanding, but it sounds incredibly powerful. Since she's a partner dedicated to rangers, we can speculate she will have been one herself. And I speak for everyone when I say, nobody has picked Solia into Battle Pass partner selector, so I have no idea what her attacks actually look like, but if I had to guess, Solia will use her cube to attack by distorting space-time, probably while having the ability to fly as she does it. Also, the buffs she provides as a partner could indicate she will have been like a much powerful version of Veronica and Selena combined, since she requires Draw and Mark to get the most out of her, but that last part is a big stretch. Look, I get it, the Silema are basically gods compared to everyone else in the game, but even so, I'd still love to get at least one playable Silema character down the line, even if they have to power them down for story reasons. You have no idea how many people I've seen come to this game disappointed that they can't play as characters like Seritea. And it's not just about Seritea, take Zeta for example. Personally, I think her design is amazing, but she's probably another one we'll never be able to play. It's honestly rough since such awesome designs end up on the sidelines. Then again, I get it, some characters just make more sense as partners, story-wise or gameplay-wise. At this point, we can only hope that the Zilema faction will have a major impact on the game in the future.